Good morning, Friday the 24th of June, the morning update presented by Mark Owen. What a day today is. It's the start of a new beginning here for people in the UK. Brexit, the decision has been made. The general public have voted to leave. What does that mean and how does that affect us as traders? Well, we're going to have a look at the charts in a second. We're just going to go to the live charts. But what we will see is turbulent times, and you're going to see some serious moves, not just affecting sterling, but across the board. And this is why we were talking about safe havens and trading commodities. So let's just take a quick look at our live charts. So we've got a chart here of the FTSE 100, and let me just zoom out a little bit, or zoom in, I should say. So the market closed yesterday at 6,352 points. And then it took a gap down and opened just short of 600 points lower this morning. And now it's had a good old rally up. The question is, will we see the market close the gap, or are we going to see it just have a little brief rally? But, you know, we can see that the initial market has taken a huge drop. Barclays had dropped 35%. Some house builders had taken a 40% drop on market value. They were the areas that were mainly affected. Obviously, a weaker sterling will be good for exports, but you can see right now what's going to happen with the FTSE. So again, I've said this literally all week. Yes, there could have been some brilliant money made on particular markets, but it's gambling. Okay, we didn't know what the decision was going to be made. Even now, we don't know how the markets are going to react. David Cameron has just announced he's standing down, but he'll run negotiations until October, where he believes a new party leader needs to step in, and it should be that new leader that basically starts the negotiations with the EU and how we are going to basically leave. So we can see that there's been a bullish uptake this morning from where the market opened. So let's hope we can see a little bit of continuation of that. But as a trader, I'm going to sit on the sideline right now. Let's have a look at sterling, see what happened. Well, a very crazy candle. If we look at where the market was last night, about midnight last night, the city were obviously all in favour, or it was looking like the city were potentially calling that the Remain party were leading, and we saw sterling rally up to 1.5, just over 1.505. Only for then, the first real concern came in with the Newcastle vote, where that was very, very close, and the polls were expecting that Newcastle was going to be a clear Remain, stay in the euro, and it came in at a 1% deficit. And we start to see sterling. It took about a 200 pip drop in a matter of minutes. Then obviously we've got the result today, and at one point today we could see that sterling had dropped a full 1,800 points. Which, how is that going to react? Is it market manipulation? Is it profit taking? Is it people trading it? We don't know. So you're gonna need at least, I don't know, maybe another week or so to see what happens and see how the market reacts. But what we will see on the flip side of this, look, the euro took a huge dive as well from its key level 1.14. As nice an area as it was to be looking to get short, for me it wasn't worth the gamble. You can see all our videos, this level's been highlighted. The safe haven markets. Look what happened here with dollar yen. So dollar yen went from 106.80 right the way down to 98.66. So it was a huge 700 point drop. Now, again, that was effectively the safe haven, people buying yen. Now, we're seeing a bit of a correction. Now, what's going to happen? The Bank of Japan have already mooted this morning that they're going to do whatever's required, so i.e. intervention. Is this a little catalyst of that, or has it started? Well, what I will tell you, one of my long-term trades will be if we can get down anywhere sort of 101s again, 100s. I will be looking at buying dollar yen and holding for long-term. with long-term targets of sort of 115s to 120s over the sort of next 6 to 12 months. It is a safe haven currency. However, this will be really damaging their markets. Other market of interest that we're going to look at is gold. So again, safe haven. We went from 1240 right up to 1365. Yeah, there's a $125 move in a straight line. Yeah, there was some serious moves on these particular markets, whichever way you look at it. Right now that we've got strength in dollar and strength in yen, or we did have, and strength in gold and silver, the safe havens effectively. And if we look at the S&P, it went from the highs of 2123 or 2127, came down to our key area of 2040, this blue box we've highlighted here. And this is where we'll be looking for any sort of close below here. If we get a close below here, we envisage that the market's going to come back down, test these 1800 barriers, low 1800s. So we can see the market has tried numerous times to break through this area recently. So we'll see what happens over the coming days or weeks. But there's no real reason to force any sort of trading opportunities right now. Yeah, let's wait for direction and take advantage of what we see when it is present. Okay, so we're going to have a look at commodities in a second, a couple of charts that we've actually traded. So this is the chart of corn. We've been showing you this the last week or so. This is where we entered, this green line stops above here. We have hit our first targets through this zone here, with ultimate targets down here at 355, 356, this blue line here. It's moving really well. We will be looking to potentially add in somewhere in and around this area here. So we'll be looking to take another position short on in and around that area. So we'll look for the market to take a little bit of a relief rally before coming back down and hitting our eventual target. If it doesn't rally back up to here and just goes straight down, I'm not going to complain. But that's our goal with this particular market. And then our final other sort of commodity trade that we've got running is in soybeans. Now soybeans, you can see the green line. This is where our entry was. Stop loss is currently up here. We haven't taken any risk off this market yet, unlike corn, where we have actually moved our stops to break even and already banked our first profit target. So this one, we haven't done that as of yet. We're still looking for this to continue a little bit further. Our first profit target area, or mine, is in this region here. Okay. Forgive me for drawing these on right now. It's been a late night. I've been watching all the polls and the numbers coming in, so I'm not fully prepared for this morning, as I knew there was no additional trading for me. So this is what we're looking at. Again, we'll trade this very similar to what we've done with corn. So I'll be looking for a first target in here and be looking for the market to break down and come further down, moving on towards our second target. And if we do get the opportunity for it to come back into this blue box here, I will take a scale-in position or an add-in position before it coming on to hit our second target. Okay, so in terms of the markets, that's all we're going to look at really today, guys. If you do have any questions about the content that we've covered or things that we actually do here at Phoenix Blue, please drop us a note either to info@phoenixblue.co.uk, or any questions on the YouTube channel, please put them on there. We'll be happy to talk with you. Remember, hit like, share the video with any fellow traders. We'll be really happy to meet new traders. We do have an event on July the 19th. It's going to be a 4-hour event where we're going to talk you through the markets. We're going to play some live trades potentially. We're going to give you an idea on what Phoenix Blue do. You'll meet some of our current traders, some of our current protege members as well. But if this is something you'd like to attend, we do have limited availability. I've put a Facebook event up as well, so you can see it on there. It is limited availability, so make sure you request a seat. Once you get confirmation by email, that will be your position or your seat reserved, and we look forward to meeting you. So guys, have a great Friday. Don't worry about the markets, they'll be there next week, and don't get suckered into taking any particular trades. Okay, have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Bye bye.